Thank you everyone for being here. It's an honor for me to be here today at the Arts Who Cares Leadership and Wellness panel. For me, this moment is huge, not just because of the incredible leaders that spoke before me and the one that's going to speak after me, but because I get to pour into a generation of athletes, leaders, and world changers sitting right in this room. Sharing this stage with Chris Singleton I can't even believe it. It's a privilege. But getting to speak directly to you guys, the young people who will shape our communities, our industries, and our future, that's the real gift. So I want to start with something honest. Most people see me today as a successful real estate team leader. I've spent 22 years serving Polk County, building a business that I'm really proud of, selling over 100 homes a year, and leading an incredible team of professionals who represent excellence every day. But before this success, before any awards, before any confidence, I was a single mom of 10 years, trying my very best to keep life together. And those were the years that shaped me. Those were the years that taught me grit, resilience, and leadership. There were mornings I cried on the way to work because I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills. There were nights I lay awake at night wondering and worrying if I was doing enough for my daughter. But every day I showed up. Even when life was heavy, even when I was tired, even when the world felt unfair. Those years, they didn't break me. Those years built me. My daughter, Jasmine, became a competitive cheerleader when she was 4 years old. And you guys are all competitive athletes, so you know how that is. But competitive cheer is like you, another level. You know it's no joke. While I was building a business from scratch, I was driving 45 minutes each way to Brandon All-Stars, 3 to 4 nights a week, to practices, stunts, stunning clinics, tumbling, choreography, you name it, I did it. All the things that make competitive cheer a full-time job and a full-time commitment. There were times I was exhausted. There were times we were eating dinner in the car. There were times I was answering client calls in the parking lots, and moms, you all get it, the fights on the way there and on the way home sometimes were a lot. But I did it because I wanted Jasmine to know that if you commit to something, you have to show up. You give your best and you honor your team. What I didn't realize was that those car rides, those late nights, and those sacrifices were teaching me just as much as they were teaching her. They were teaching me discipline. They were teaching me patience. They were teaching me leadership long before I ever led a team. And they were teaching me what it feels to be on the sidelines cheering someone you love into greatness. Fast forward 3 years ago, my daughter got into the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, only because I paid for it. I'm the caterer. And we became empty nesters. And let me tell you, that transition hits so hard. The silence, the stillness, the routines, they disappear like overnight. The house that once echoed with like all the cheerleaders at our house all the time and all the awesome sleepovers and parties, that energy just went away. My husband, he is an amazing tennis player, like amazing. And I wanted to do something that gave us time together because what else was I gonna do? Like watch Netflix? So I picked up a racket, not because I knew what I was doing, but because I didn't want to feel alone. But what started as a hobby has now become a lifeline, a passion, a challenge, a brand new identity. And at 40, I can't believe I even did that. And because of who I am, because of everything life taught me, I approach tennis the same way I approach my real estate career. I set goals. I wrote down what level I wanted to reach and by when. I planned how many clinics I was going to attend. I committed to consistent private lessons, and I journaled after every single session. what worked, what didn't, what I needed to improve. And after every match, I wrote notes about my opponents, because if I lost or if I won, I wanted to know their brain the next time I went out on that court. I didn't wait to feel like I was an athlete. I just trained like one, consistently, intentionally, and with purpose. Now let me tell you a story, because every single athlete in this room will feel this deeply. One morning, I was in a match, and it was a singles match, my very first singles match, and I was a disaster, a nervous wreck. My opponent started making horrible calls. I get mad just thinking about it. You know the kind of calls, the ball's 2 feet in, she's calling them out, ignoring the lines. The frustration is building. Now all the other courts are done. Like all the doubles matches are over, and now all of my teammates are watching me. You could feel the tension. Everyone could see what was happening, and every part of me, the competitor, the woman who has fought through life, the person who trains hard, wanted to snap back. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm surprised that I kept my composure. But because leadership isn't about how loud you are. It's not about being right. It's about how you respond when emotions are high. So I took a deep breath and I walked back to the baseline and I said to myself, you know what, Jen? Play your game, not hers. Because pressure is a privilege. I chose fairness. I chose professionalism. I chose to win or lose with integrity. And the more calm I stayed, the more rattled she became, and that was my favorite. I didn't match her behavior. I elevated the energy. And in the end, I won the match, not just on the scoreboard, but in my character. And here's the lesson for you guys, for every athlete. Talent may win the points, but character wins the game every time. Along the way, injuries came, tennis elbow, ankle problems, shoulder issues, weeks where I couldn't play at all. And I gained a new respect for every athlete who digs deep through that pain and recovery and setbacks. I was depressed because now, sometimes for 2 months I couldn't play, so all I had was work and there was no release. Because greatness isn't built on the days that everything goes right, you guys. Greatness is built on the days you fight to show up anyway. I still went to my teammates' matches because I wanted to. I still went to clinics just to support them. Now let me connect all of this, because my life is one long lesson in discipline and in resilience. I didn't build a real estate career by accident. I built it with the same mindset that you guys as athletes are taught. Show up when you're tired. Push harder when it's uncomfortable. Practice your skills daily and study the game. Build your team and never, ever, ever settle. In Polk County, I've sold over 100 homes a year, not because I'm the most gifted, but because I'm the most consistent. I'm the one that shows up. Because I worked through those years, through the hard ones. Because I never let circumstances define my future. And today, I lead an incredible team that supports families. We serve our community at a high level. 10% of all of our commissions goes to our nonprofit called the Lay Legacy, where we give back to an organization for single moms called One More Child, and then the other $50,000 goes back to Polk County schools. To me, every home I sell is an opportunity to give back to my community, and that just makes me so happy. My big goal in life is to sell 1 million homes so that I could donate $1 million. So what I want every athlete to know, to the youth in this room, I want you to listen closely. You're not just training your body, you're training your habits, you're training your character, and you're training your leadership. Every drill, every practice, every tough night, every long night, and every early morning is preparing you for the world outside of sports. Your discipline today will become your advantage tomorrow. Your resilience today will become your strength tomorrow. Your attitude today will become your leadership tomorrow. And athletics are not just a season of your life, they are the foundation of your future. So ask yourself, who am I becoming through the way that I practice, the way that I compete, and the way I show up for my team? Because one day, sports will end, but your character will carry you into every opportunity ahead. Your career, your relationships, your future family, your community, your purpose. You guys, leadership is not a title, it's a choice. One that you make every single day. Thank you for letting me share my story. I'm honored to cheer all of you guys on in your sport, in your life, and in the leader you're becoming. And if you ever need anything from me or my organization, do not ever hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.